Alrighty, next game up here is the Bucs at the Washington football team, and the Washington football team gets the win. Taylor Heinicke has faced Tom Brady twice, lost one close, won one. Hey, we need a tiebreaker here. I need to see the Bucs in Washington in the playoffs and see how it goes on the tiebreaker third game out here. I'll give Taylor Heinicke some credit for winning this game, but also Washington's defense forcing a couple of turnovers on Tom Brady, and I believe they made him pay for it. So let's start here with Tom Brady and the Bucs since they started to turn the ball over here. Tom Brady goes 23 of 34, and this was a Bucs team coming off of a bye. So Tom Brady throwing all these picks. Why does Tom Brady feel so comfortable throwing all these picks? Well, because the teams that he throws the picks against don't make him pay for those turnovers. Remember last year in the NFC Championship game, 3 interceptions against the Packers, and the Packers, Aaron Rodgers only takes advantage of 1 and puts up 7 points off of 3 turnovers. That you can't be doing that. You must make him pay. If any team that has like 3 turnovers, they should instantly lose the game just because you've scored the ball 3 times off of those 3 turnovers. I mean, that's just simple math at that point. And then once again, the game against the Saints, 3 turnovers by Tom Brady, but he still had the ball. He still had the ball in his hands on the very last drive that resulted into a turnover, unfortunately. So you've got to make Tom Brady pay for every single turnover, and the Washington football team did that. So let's start here with this Bucs and Tom Brady. Tom Brady goes 23 of 34, 67% completion percentage, 220 yards on 23 completions. 2 touchdowns and the 2 picks. He didn't fumble, which is great, so still only 2 picks like he had against the Saints. But first interception comes on their second drive of the game. It goes down and they kick a field goal. And then the second interception comes on the very next drive. So back-to-back interceptions by Tom Brady. And Washington goes down and scores a touchdown. So 10 points off of 2 turnovers here by Washington. They win by 10 points. Coincidence? Coincidence? No, that's causation right there, folks. Tom Brady's getting a little too lackadaisical with all these interceptions. Now, he can clean it up. We've seen Tom Brady clean up these interceptions. So, I don't think there's any big reason to get big off of this Tampa Bay Bucs team. They will be fine for the most part. Once again, no AB, no Rob Gronkowski. We know they don't need those weapons, but definitely having those weapons, anybody will take an excess of weapons, folks. No debate on that. So Tom Brady with a couple of turnovers in the first quarter. Not great. And well done for Washington to go down and score on those turnovers. All right, running game here for the Bucs. Leonard Fournette. I don't know why I had trouble saying that name right there. Leonard Fournette. 11 rushes for 47 yards. That was really it. That's all they really ran the ball with. Giovanni Bernard had 1 rush. Tom Brady had 1 rush. So the huge discrepancy between the pass and the run game. And even with those 2 interceptions, you were only down 13-0. So it's not like you had to abandon the run game. Keep that running game going. They just didn't. So unfortunate there by this Bucs team, relying it all on Tom Brady. All right, and then who was Tom Brady throwing to? Mike Evans, leading receiver, 2 catches for 62 yards and a touchdown. Chris Godwin, 7 catches for 57 yards. Leonard Fournette, 8 catches for 45 yards. Jaylon Darden, 1 catch, 29 yards. And Tyler Johnson, 3 catches for 17 yards. Only using Cameron Brate, 1 catch, 6 yards for a touchdown. And that was it for this Bucs team. And unfortunately, they just didn't get the ball back. They score a touchdown with how much time left? 11 minutes left. They score a touchdown with 11 minutes left, making it 19-23. So Bucs down 4 points. And what does Washington do? They go on a 10-minute, 26-second drive to eat up the entire clock and score a touchdown to make it a 10-point game to give Tom Brady absolutely no time and no chance to win this game. Washington played this game to an absolute T, forced a couple of turnovers, cashed in points in all those turnovers, and then didn't give the ball back to Brady, because that's exactly what happens when Brady has the ball last in his hands, even going against that Saints team. Yes, he threw an interception, but overall he still had a chance to win that game. Washington was like, you're not even getting that chance to potentially win the game. So Tom Brady, unfortunate, didn't have the ball in his hands at last, and well done. Let's read this last drive here for Washington, how they picked it up and how they were able to chew off 10 minutes. So here we go, 2-yard run, 6-yard run. They go third and 2, and they have a 3-yard run with Taylor Heinicke utilizing his legs to pick it up. Gamer Taylor Heinicke, finally. Did we finally get the gamer Taylor Heinicke last night? Did all it take was a revenge game against the playoff team that they lost against last season? I think it was. So they pick up the first down. Then we had a 16-yard pass by Taylor Heinicke, a 4-yard run, a 7-yard run, a 3-yard run, a 6-yard run that sets up 3rd and 1, but they go and run the ball, pick it up 2 yards. Then they go 4-yard run, 2-yard run, 3rd and 4, Taylor Heinicke, baby, 5-yard pass to pick up the first down, keep the clock moving. Minus 1-yard run, 6-yard pass sets up 3rd and 5, and Taylor Heinicke, 6-yard pass to pick up the first down, keep the clock moving. 5-yard run for no gain, 3rd and goal, 3-yard run, it makes it 4th and goal, and they go for it on 4th and goal because there's only 31 seconds left. Why not? And they end up scoring a touchdown to truly ice the game. So magnificent work here by this Washington team. They get it done and they win 29-19. Now let's talk about this Washington football team stats and who got it done. Taylor Heinicke goes 26 of 32. Ooh, that's a great completion percentage. We got 81% on 256 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions, and he didn't fumble. Dax Milne fumbled once and lost it. What did the Bucs do with that fumble? They scored 7 points out of it, so truly an untimely fumble there, but not by Taylor Heinicke. Taylor Heinicke put the ball in his hands, 3rd down multiple times, and got it done on that very last drive. Well done. And Antonio Gibson, 24 rushes for 64 yards, 2 touchdowns, picking up some 3rd downs on that crucial game-winning drive as well. Taylor Heinicke scrambled 3 times for 15 yards. And then who was Taylor Heinicke throwing to this game? We had Terry McLaurin, leading receiver, 6 catches, 59 yards. DeAndre Carter, 3 catches, 56 yards, a touchdown. J.D. McKissick, 4 catches, 35 yards. Ricky Seals-Jones, 3 catches, 30 yards. John Bates, 3 catches, 25 yards. Dax Milne, 2 catches, 22 yards. Antonio Gibson, 2 catches, 14 yards. Cam Sims, 2 catches, 10 yards. So spreading the ball around to everybody, utilizing his kind of number 1, A1, tier 1 wide receiver, and Terry McLaurin, leading receiver, all of that, and they come away with a big old win there. Big shout out to Washington winning 29-19. And then after the game, Bruce Arians says, we're, quote, we're a very dumb football team. Ooh, that's not great calling your team dumb. What does he mean about this? After the loss, Coach Bruce Arians ripped his team, said, quote, it has nothing to do with ability. It's about execution and being a smart football team. We're a very dumb football team, and that's a reflection on the coaches. Ooh, coaches taking all the kind of blame here, so Tom Brady doesn't have to? Okay. And then another quote here by Arians, quote, energy and passion are very fixable. The penalties, they've got to get corrected sooner or later. The first play of the game, they're shifting and we jump off sides. They don't even run a play and we jump off sides. The stupidity has to go away if we're gonna go anywhere. So we'll see if this kind of coaching style, calling all of his players dumb, moronic idiots, we'll see if that kind of puts a pep in their step come next week. But well done for Washington getting the win here. And now the series is tied. Taylor Heinicke versus Tom Brady, 1-1. 1-1, folks. We'll see if we get a game-breaking game 3.